All right, Module 5, let's talk a little bit about fonts. Too many fonts is generally a horrible, horrible thing. You don't want to mix and match loads of different fonts. Not only does it, not only does it look terrible, it's going to slow down your site and make it load too slow. Serif fonts, so if you look at the word serif here at the top, you've got these little extra sort of flourishes on the end of the letters, and often the letters will vary in thickness. So you've got some thin bits and some thick bits. Versus sans serif, which is a plainer looking font, but that works much better on screen. It's much more readable on the screen. So use sans serif fonts for your screen. Use serif fonts like Times New Roman were wonderful for newspapers. And then when everybody started building sites, they thought, oh, we all use Times New Roman, we'll use that. But it looks horrible on a screen. So you've got stuff like, gosh, I don't know, Verdana, Tahoma, Arial, yes, Helvetica, and a whole stack of others that no doubt your web designer will know all about. A few here that just to be aware of, you don't want that hyphen to go across different lines. You don't want big contrasting colors. Black on white. Books are black on white for a reason. Yes, it's probably the cheapest way to print stuff, but white on black, and there's still a few websites around with white on black, unless you're selling grungy stuff to a bunch of teenagers and you're in the skateboard industry or something like that. Generally speaking, white on black is a horrible idea. It hurts the eyes. People will not stay on your website as long. Be careful about putting images and text over the top of each other, obviously. Lots of space. Love white space. Space doesn't cost anything. A lot of designers that were classically trained in magazine, print, layout type stuff, in magazine, in newspaper, in print, space was expensive. Every inch had to be accounted for. Every inch was money. Not so online, so more white space is generally a good thing. Much easier to read, and therefore people stay on your site longer and convert more. 12 words per line. The other way of thinking of this, what I was first taught was 65 characters per line, which works out to be roughly 12 words a line. You don't want 20, 25 words per line, because the eye finds it hard to track all that way along. And when it goes back to the beginning of the next line, when it goes all the way back over to the left, the eye can then get confused and jump to the wrong line. If you keep the line width fairly short, which generally means use a slightly bigger font. Don't forget that half of the people looking at your site have got dodgy eyesight and probably should be wearing glasses and maybe aren't. So bigger fonts and less words per line. Having it be a little bit bigger than you think is necessary, or bigger than your designer thinks is necessary, is generally going to be a good thing.